everyone. Welcome to Arteagan Daily Bread, your spiritual board meeting for Wednesday, June 3rd, 2020. I am your Madam President of the Arteagan, Natalee, spelled Natalee. Feel free to stay for all of the psychic, tarot, and astrology reports. Feel free to skip ahead as you are guided. I hereby officially call this meeting to order. Into the President's report. What am I most excited about for today? Well, that would definitely be the very promising combination that adds charisma to love, to business relationships. I am talking, of course, about the Sun conjuncting Venus in Gemini. That's happening today. However, because Venus is retrograde, it will be focused on the past. Into the astrology report. The Sun is in 13 degrees Gemini, the Moon is in 14 degrees Scorpio, Mercury is in 7 degrees Cancer, Venus is retrograding in 13 degrees Gemini, Mars is in 14 degrees Pisces, Jupiter is in 26 degrees Capricorn retrograding, Saturn is retrograding in 1 degree 31 minutes Aquarius, Uranus is in 8 degrees of Taurus, Neptune is in 20 degrees of Pisces, and Pluto is retrograding in 24 degrees Capricorn. So, my loves, yesterday, June 2nd, Mercury entered the shadow period for his next retrograde. So, these few days are going to be very important. You're going to watch these couple of days because Mercury will return over this path in the sky once we get about into the first week of July. Okay? Keep that in your mind's eye. The Moon will spend the day swimming in the deep waters of Scorpio, making us perceptive and emotional. Scorpio wants you to go deep. Go deep. That's just the MO. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about today astrologically is that Sun conjuncting Venus retrograding in Gemini. So globally, we are redefining what we, the people, want and need. And there could be many different things. You know, Gemini is the sign of duality, so it's not just one focus. It's like the theme. The point is the focus, but within that there are multiple things that need to be changed and taken care of. America feels this Sun conjuncting retrograding Venus in Gemini. America feels this on top of her Gemini, Mars, and Uranus in our 7th house, America's 7th house. So we as a nation are going back to improve our relationships with foreign nations and our own people. This looking back, this thing from the past being brought into the forefront of our attention, that can lead to changed behavior. And for America specifically, Venus retrograding in Gemini, it's already happened. The thing that we're paying attention to, what we're looking at, it's already you know what I'm saying? It's this perspective shift. It's the Sun bringing it to the forefront of our attention. And Venus retrograding is the values, going back and going back to see where we can appreciate or show appreciation to something that was overlooked or taken for granted. Get the chart out. Hold on. I didn't want to get all into it, but now I'm my curiosity. All right, I'm not going to get into it because it's buried under all of these tarot cards. Okay. So personally, into the personal, how is this going to affect you in your life? Relationship matters are in high focus and can feel fated right now. So the conversations that you're having, things that are going back and forth, feels like it's done cooking already. I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling this deck. Conversations that you're having, things that are happening in your relationships. You could be watching people take some actions and do things that's like, oh wow. There's an emphasis in issues and people of our past. So it's not really about new people or meeting new people, it really is about, I mean, if it is someone new, they're going to remind you of something of the past. They're going to be bringing something of the past right in your face. So that is where the emphasis is. We can be motivated by the desire to come to some semblance of balance in our relationships and our environment, because Gemini Sagittarius is all about, and I'm taking Sagittarius into this because of the Sun and Venus in Gemini. It's about home versus away. That's the thing. Gemini is home and Sagittarius is away. Far, far away. Our desire to impress, to charm, to smooth over our differences, and satisfy others is enhanced to make other people feel heard and listened to. So the Sun moving over retrograding Venus and Gemini in some part of your chart, it could bring an X, especially with retrograde energy, especially Mercury is already in the shadow period for his retrograde. An ex from the past can come back and speak to something that wants to smooth it over, so you can get an apology coming through from an ex of the past or from anyone in the past, any relationship, any personal relationship. You could be the one really feeling like, I got to make it right. I have something to make right. It's not sitting well with me, and you reach out to apologize to someone else, but it's like that diplomacy, that tact, that charm, that wanting to bring things into balance is going to be very much highlighted. Keep in mind, Venus is retrograding, so keep in mind that we can still be in the dark when it comes to how the new cycle is going to begin. So this is still focusing on the past, and you can feel, very likely, you can probably feel that this is tying up loose ends, that there is newness waiting. So that could still be sort of obscured or confusing or just veiled for whatever reason. So be comfortable with that. Let that sit how it needs to sit with you. This is a time for redefining what we as individuals want and need from our connections, from our relationships, our communications, our marital affairs, our goals, our values. So on that individual level, wherever Gemini falls in your chart is where I feel you will have clarity, especially if you had been lacking the clarity, but getting the feeling of restlessness or discomfort when when Venus started that retrograde energy, when we entered the shadow for Venus retrograde. So the Sun moving over this Venus retrograde should be very helpful for everyone. Okay, my loves, let's dive into the psychic report. So this was an interesting download. So she gave me this illumination about the immature. You know how there's been little themes of like this immature person or this immaturity like growing. There's this that's come up in some of the spreads, and the download is that that's American. I'm American, so I'm not like dissing America or dissing Americans. This is the download. So I have to I just speak the down. I'm the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger, right? She's saying that that's America, and that as a nation, it's this huge growth maturation process. So there's that. Okay. For the tarot report, what we're going to do is this on Sun conjunct retrograde Venus to see what it could come up. Oh, I think I already knocked. To see what this could be. So here we go. Sun conjuncting retrograde Venus for today. Ooh. This could be, if this is resonating with you, this could be an influence that lasts temporarily, that's like a fleeting thing, or it could be unearthing a deeper issue that's maybe coming up. So we're starting with the King of Cups. Very, very controlled emotions. Very controlled emotions. However, it's too many, I'm sorry. I did see the Queen of Cups though. It's too many. Ooh, okay. But it's too many. And now we have 3, which we will take. We have the Empress, we have the Star, and we have a beautifully restful Four of Swords. I'm getting that someone's bags under their eyes are disappearing, or they're improving. You're getting more water. You're staying hydrated. You're taking care of yourself. This Four of Swords is just screaming wellness, self-care. This is so self-love, like all of this. It's resting, it's relaxing, it's resetting your, like the biology and physiology, and like the human body gets what it needs, as well as your mind, your mental paces are slowing down so that you can process things in your own natural mental machination, where you're not being rushed or you're not trying to catch up. You're able to process things as it's coming in your own good time. So it's very no pressure, very, very, right? And then there's also this beautiful energy of emotional healing and spirituality and having faith and confidence. So I'm feeling like this King of Cups, I feel like the King of Cups has come out as the first card so many times over the past year, just in doing the dailies, and I just feel like this is that. Do you remember that energy, that divine masculine energy that just like, I'm feeling that this is the first card out. I don't visually, but I can feel it. This feels very familiar. Of course it does, Natalie. We're doing this on the Sun conjunct Venus retrograde. So is this a divine masculine reading? Is that what this is? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Where I was going with that, I feel like this is someone around you or in your energy. This could even be someone that you're connecting to telepathically that you don't connect with in real life. This could be two soulmates that are not together yet. I'm going to withhold the divine masculine, divine feminine verbiage, and I'm just going to talk about two soulmates. Okay. But I'm getting very separate, very separated. Nine of Cups, wishes coming true. With the Star card, they do. The High Priestess. Someone's learning life, and someone's learning how this works. And I feel like it's this feminine energy. I really, 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 really do. I really feel like there's this feminine energy that has figured it out. Totally, like, unlock the secrets of life. And this person, this feminine energy, it's like going within yourself and nurturing yourself and exploring your inner machinations. A lot of inner work. I am so excited to do the presentation this Friday, June 5th, on the 15-degree penumbral lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. You have no idea. Please tune in. It's like 3 o'clock or 3:30, I forget, on Friday. At the end of this week, it's going to be so great. It's going to be a live stream on YouTube, and then my patrons will get the tarot spread afterwards. I already want to talk about it because I can see where this is. Okay. But I'll just tell you to tune in. It'll be on YouTube if you can't catch it live, so don't worry about that. But I'm just saying, subscribe and hit the little bell if you're not already, so that you get that notification when it's available to you. And here's the thing that I'm getting. I'm getting that this feminine dominant energy, or this could just be someone who is really taking care of their inner feminine, and their inner feminine is really, really aligning. I feel like this person's either hidden or has a secret, or I feel like there is something kind of hidden about this person. I'm getting that with the Star and with the Four of Swords, and now with the High Priestess. But I feel like there's a little bit of veiledness with this energy. On purpose, very much on purpose. There's 3 major arcana over here, and just this one Four of Swords. I feel like this could be quarantine. This could also be over the next 6 months or so, like very behind the scenes empowerment. It doesn't have to stay behind the scenes, but either way, whether this Empress is in a forward facing position or whether you are in a behind the scenes position, it's empowering. You are empowering yourself behind the scenes. Whoa. Too many cards. Too many cards. We're done with this deck. Let's start clarifying. Let's start with the King of Cups. Ooh, that did want to come out. We have, ooh, the Queen of Wands and Temperance. Interesting. Interesting. There's this, okay, here's what I'm getting. Let me just explain what I'm getting with this. So in astrology, when we're looking at a lunation, like this eclipse coming up on Friday, or let's just take that Gemini, you know, I have to move all this around because now I really have to show you guys. Hold on. I'm going to grab the Gemini new moon that we have just experienced. Actually, I'll just take the US's chart. So here we have it, the birth chart, and it is no coincidence that I packed everything up and I just didn't have the US chart in front of me for so long until now. So do you see how in a natal chart we have all this stuff going on? This is what it looks like visually, this is the positions, and then these are the aspects. And when you see that little grid at the lower corner, those are the aspects directly. And then that's the visual representation. So for instance, so we've got, let's just say we've got this stuff going on over here. Mercury is directly opposite Pluto over here, but at the same time there's, let's see, there's the moon. What's this? The moon is, let me see. The moon is trining Venus over here, so we've got the moon trining Venus. So do you see how this is going on at the same time that this is going on, and then they all kind of synthesize together to create the character of this country, right? That's what I'm getting with this, and that's how a lot of spreads feel for me, where there's something going on in all these little clusters, and I've got to synthesize all of it into the whole. Because sometimes it does read in a very linear story. Sometimes it's, and you as a tarot reader, when you're doing your own tarot cards, you'll feel that. You'll feel this is a sequential story, or you'll feel that it's not, or what have you. This is what I'm getting. I'm getting that there's different parts of the whole. So in one part of what's going on right now, there's this King of Cups person, and I do feel like they are Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or that element is very prominent in their life, where maybe they're dominated by fire and air, but maybe they're a model, and that's the Piscean energy that I'm picking up, is that they need to be able to look like so many different things, but they're showing up like King of Cups, and it would not make any kind of sense. but it's this quality of fluidity and changeability that is so strong that I'm picking up on in their energy. Okay. So this Queen of Wands with Temperance, what I'm getting with this is that this is, I feel, their action principle, and I feel like they're learning about, I feel like this is someone that doesn't take action, that when they're wondering whether or not to take action, that they don't. So I feel like this energy, it's almost like an intuition to act or an intuition not to act. That's like its own separate thing. And in this person, it feels like for some people it's as basic as act and don't act, but for others I feel like it's a lot deeper than that. For others I feel like it's courageousness. It's actual courage. It's actual, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm going to stand up for what I believe in. I'm going to have confidence. For some other people, it's going to be, what is that? Sorry, how long has there been stuff on my face? Sorry, guys. And for other people, I feel like it's going to be my gumption. What am I made of? What do I really... Sorry, guys. You know how... what goes on here. Okay. I'm sorry, what am I looking for? There we go. Okay. That's what I wanted. Sorry. Confidence is what this person is lacking. And this I feel, this could even be someone who you won't think that right away. They could overcompensate and have like an overinflated ego in some areas, but then be very docile in some other areas of life, and depending on what part of that part of their life you're a part of, you'll see a different part of them. I feel like they're getting some guidance. I don't know if they're taking it. I don't know if they're allowing this change to happen. It's trying to work on them. This could be you, by the way. It's trying to work on them through a person who is very confident, who is very action-oriented, who does have a really great, that's like a fire sign intuition sometimes. It's like knowing when to act, how to act. Very athletic, too, is what I'm getting. And this person could be athletic, or for some of you, athleticism is part of it, because if you're athletic, it's like you go play a game and you make the shots and you're not trying so hard. You have like a natural fluidity, or for me it's martial arts, or for you it could be dancing. If you just get into the flow, this tapping into this physical intuition in the physical human body, you get into a flow and you're a wonderful dancer, or you can really do whatever the feat is, and that's why I'm getting the athleticism. So this person's that's what this person is sort of coming back to, is their, the Sun conjuncting Venus. It could even be that this person used to be more connected with their body, and they don't dance anymore, they don't play anymore, and so they could have attracted or been attracted to someone who is very athletic, or who loves to dance, or loves to start businesses. This could be an entrepreneur, and this person could have maybe doing something, doesn't want to expand, or doesn't want to try, doesn't want to. Okay. Let's take a look and clarify this glob over here, which I feel like is more you. The Empress with the star and the Four of Swords, please. Empress. Ooh. The Two of Swords. Oh, she's telling me that this is the past. This part is the past. And this part is the Sun, actually. So just like I was saying, how someone in your life could have been, they could have been involved in sports or something athletic. In the past, this feminine energy didn't know how to make decisions. That's going a little far. had difficulty making decisions, difficulty seeing the way forward, has lots of energy, has lots of energy, 2 swords, but no direction. There was a problem of direction here. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what to do next. I don't know what I want. I don't know what my destiny is. I don't know if I'm on my destiny. I don't know if I'm aligned. I don't know what I should do to be more aligned. I don't know how I should feel. I don't know if I'm feeling the right thing. I don't know if I'm behind. I don't know if on and 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 on. Okay? That's an inhospitable climate to live in mentally. Think about that. Think about living in that kind of... And we all have different versions of our mental prisons. And that's what this is. This is some feminine's mental prison of being crippled with indecision. Very Libran energy. I remember I've had Libra friends like dominantly in the past. And it's just... like you stand there with this Libra saying, I will do whatever you want. And I will be happy doing it. Let's just make the decision and start doing it. And like nothing works. Nothing helps. Nothing. Do you really want to? I want to do this, but do you really want to do this? Oh. But do you really want to do this? But do you really want this? Do you really want this? You know, like doubting. You know what I'm saying? And it's just... Here's the thing. It's that you get to a point where you get so wound up that even the right answer coming along won't look like the right answer to you. It will look like you just start to lose it. You start to lose your focus. You start to lose your discernment ability. And that's how you get in the loop, that even ideas that sound like great ideas are questioned. It's you're doubting yourself. So for some of you, if this is your inner masculine and this is your inner feminine, then it's how these two energies are cohesively working together. Like perhaps you couldn't activate that masculine energy within you. You could not take action because you were mentally so stirred up. And the answer to that is so abundant self-nurturing that you feel like you're going overboard because you probably need 10 times more than even that. There's a reason I am appearing to you in a white robe today. Okay? Ooh, the King of Wands. Look at that. Look at that. Counterparts. The masculine counterpart to these fire-breathing action heroes. The King and the Queen of Wands. And the wand is power. It is... Where's my wand? It's a pencil. It's like the best pencil. If anyone wants to treat me to some... Palomino Blackwing Sitso 2s, you are so more than welcome. They're my absolute favorite. Let me know. Okay. What was I doing? What was I doing this for? Oh yeah, wands. Okay, wands have the power. It's like directing the source of power. That's why they're feeling so like powerful. And so they both have a wand, and it's the magician's wand. And normally everyone's holding something, and these tarot cards are holding cups, they're holding, swords, or holding what have you. But the King and Queen of Wands very specifically hold this staff. They hold the stave, they hold the wand. It is this ultimate supreme source of, supreme direction of their sources of power. Okay? I'm just really getting called to this King of Wands who's like, So now, after this, You're able to take action that pleases you. You're able to do something that pleases you. Hold on. And we're back. So, okay, where were we? So, masculine and feminine. If this is within yourself, taking care of yourself, really doing the work, will give you the confidence and the balancedness that you'll need in order to take action in the ways that are meaningful to improving the quality of your own life. Okay? This could be parceled out into two separate people too. Excuse me. If that's the case, someone's masculine energies, someone's feminine energies, someone has that hill to overcome with the confidence and the action taking, and someone else has this hill to overcome in regards to disciplining the mind, and it's like self-soothing in a way. But okay, let's take a look at the High Priestess. Very nice, very natural counterpart, the highest counterparts of all. The High Priestess and the Hierophant. Wow, this is incredible. This is one of the favorite readings. It goes up there. This Sun conjuncting retrograding Venus is going to, if this is happening in you, in a single person, this is marrying the two parts of yourself that form the biggest matrix in which you live your life. I'm talking about what you're doing in your life physically and the quality and state of your inner world being in harmony. Not only in harmony, but in alignment. The Hierophant is the outer form of religion. It's the going to church. It's the structure. The High Priestess is the inner form of spirituality. It's the prayer work. It's the energy work. When these two are working together, and when they are in tandem, and when they're with it, it's incredible structure. It's this is the stuff of foundations that you can build like a dynasty on, that you can build anything you want on. And in your case, if this is an individual, it's your life. It's building this beautiful life for yourself. And it's because of this interesting balance between action and inaction, that when you are in inaction, that you're just as comfortable and confident as you are taking action, and vice versa. And it's because you are patient, you're comfortable, it's well thought out, well strategized. And if this is an individual, it looks like this happened because you had to go back and learn how to take care of yourself first. That it's you. So this could be a reading for Geminis specifically, because this is happening in your sign. Venus retrograding through Gemini. The Sun meeting Venus in the sky in Gemini. This new moon is happening in Gemini. We're in the new moon in Gemini energy. Well, we're really in the eclipse energy already. You can feel eclipses about 10 days before. You can start to feel it. See, here I go, wanting to talk about the eclipse. So if this is two separate people, here's what I'm getting. If this is two separate people, I feel like you have one of these issues, or maybe even both. If you have one of these issues, you're working it out while they're working theirs out. If you have both of these issues, you're working out the issue, and being connected with this other person working out this issue is helping you work out that issue, sort of like simulated, like a video game simulation, like just watching someone, almost like she's giving me like you're at school, and over the course of maybe 3 months, you watch a classmate go through something difficult, go through something great, go through something dramatic, and you watch them go through it day by day, day in, day out. You watch their face, their emotions, their mannerisms, their outbursts, their celebrations, all those little moments. And by the end of it, it's like you learn that lesson with that classmate. You learn that lesson vicariously through them, sort of, is what I'm getting with this. I have a special treat. There's great news and there's bad news. So I always do the bad news first, and then I go to the great news. The bad news is that over half of the oracle decks have been damaged in shipment. The fantastic news is that they're not all damaged, so I can show you. Boop, there it is. Look how gorgeous it is. And there's a tin. So the great news is that I get to show you the cards and to use them in this spread. Oh, it's gorgeous. They feel really great too. Okay. This is the back of the cards. Gorgeous. And then here they are. Here they all are. All of these beautiful, beautiful oracle cards. Okay, so let's just do this. Ooh. I'm excited. I feel so horrible because I'm going to have to figure this out, how we're going to do this. I'm going to basically email everyone individually about this because this is a bit of a bummer. We've been waiting a very long time already. So I don't know. I don't know if they can make more. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Okay. Give us some Natalee oracles. Okay, we're going to take all of them. There's a little bit of a glob. That's creepy. Having more power in death than in life at the bottom of the deck. Unseen power. So this speaks to kind of, I built this to be as easy and simple to pick up as possible. So this is basically what it says, that for some of you, and I'm getting very specifically, it's this temperance energy. For some of you, it was a death that really shook this masculine energy, and kind of almost like a harsh, rude awakening that snapped it to them over this long gestation period of time that, oh my God, where they're feeling like, oh my God, I need to take action. I need to live my life. I need to act on what matters to me. That's what I'm getting with that. Okay. We also have, this situation is a gift from your past life in lesson or reward. Look at this. I'm so excited. Okay. So heavy, this Hierophant and High Priestess energy. So I feel like this is both the lesson and the reward. That this sun moving and meeting retrograde Venus in the sky is bringing this karma back. And this is retrograde energy. It's karma. So what you're working through now is actually healing. And you do, see, I want to talk about the eclipse because I have some of these, I have a lot swirling about it already. Okay. We also have keep going, honor your integrity. Hold your vibrations of love, truth, and integrity no matter what challenges are presented. How beautiful. Oh my God, who designed these cards? Honor your integrity. That's absolutely speaking to the star. Because the star is Aquarius. Okay, the highest vibration of this card, of this sign, of this energy. No matter what, and for the feminine, the challenge is themselves. The feminine energy that's working through this, whether this is a part of you or someone else that you're connecting to working this out, it's like they've lost sight of their integrity, of their values, of their, for me, it would be love, truth, and integrity. So that's why the card says that. Hold your vibrations of love, truth, and integrity, because that's the way forward. When you don't know what way to go, that's your way forward. Okay? There's 3 more. We have go with your own flow. Listen to your body. When you have energy, get as much done as possible. When you don't, rest and nurture yourself until it returns. This is so... I'm sorry, I'm so happy. I'm like torn. I'm like super happy because like I have the deck, but it's like, well, more than half of this is just not usable because it's damaged. Okay, I'm sorry. But go with your own flow. That's totally speaking again to this feminine energy, this rest and relaxation. That could have been really difficult for some of you. It's difficult for me. It takes a lot to slow me down. And only now, after years and years and years of accidents and hurting myself and broken nails and, car accidents or whatever it is, whatever, clash that happens, just like a lot of that is repressed anger. So if you related to anything I just said, that's what it was for me. And so that could be a little bit of a key unlocking for you. But really go with your own flow. I picked a little turtle kind of person, kind of it's like swim, swim, swim. All right, let yourself be productive when you have the energy, and then when you don't, let yourself rest and recuperate until it's back. 2 more. Oh, I love this one. Saturn. Learn your lessons. Earn the right to your success. Rewards. When you do the work, you get rewarded. That's just how it works. Learn your lessons. Learn the lesson here. Whatever this is, you learn the lesson. You incorporate it. You let it be part of you. You add it to your higher philosophy. You incorporate it into your life. You apply it. And in doing that, you earn the right to your success. So Saturn. Okay. Ooh, I can't believe this. And then last but not least, the last card in your little pile here. Worry destabilizes the mind. Crisis. Boom. Look at that. Worry destabilizes the mind. Crisis. It's a crisis that comes up. It's a crisis that comes up that... I feel like the crisis could be a little bit like, she's showing me bookends, like back to back. So there could have been a crisis that put you in the state of needing to make a decision that you didn't know how to make this decision. And or it could also be a crisis that is forcing you to take a break. Could be a mental crisis. It could be like a mental breakdown. It could be an emotional breakdown. It could be something happening. It could be someone dying. It could be a death. It could be... but it could be anything the way this is showing, but worry destabilizes the mind. Someone's worry got out of control. And remember when I was saying about how even if like the solution, the right answer comes in your awareness, you're not in a state to see it. Your ability to discern is like all wonky. Reconfirmation. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I want to like read them all, but we won't. Let's share the oracleness and let's get some love oracle for you. Okay. So if this is between 2 people, what is the connection between them? This is happening. I'm just loving looking at my own cards on the table, these channelings of this past year. It's been a wonderful year, hasn't it, my loves? This is happening between two people. Is there anything that we need to know? Maybe not. Maybe there is no love oracle message. Thank you. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. The children could, if they're literal children, they could be sort of demanding or antsy, or like, do you see how it just took its own time popping out? Could be sort of like that. There are 3 cards face down. I'm turning them up and reading them to you. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type of expectations. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other and engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So these could be themes. Like all of this in the tarot spread and the tarot reading that I've channeled for you is the setting. It's the overall. This, I feel like this speaks to the specifics, that this could be, if you're talking to your partner and one or both of you are mirroring these issues between each other, it could be about someone doesn't have an open mind. Someone doesn't want to take things to a higher level of commitment and someone does. Someone doesn't want to have a heart-to-heart conversation, King of Cups, and someone does, or they need to. And one or both of you could be a little childish, or there could be children, literally children involved. Moonology, please. Let's get Moonology. And remember, when we do these spreads, these energies can be coming up anywhere, in any way, shape, and form. So this could be through people in your life. It could be coming through news you're reading. It could be coming through books you're reading, movies you're watching. It's the energy of it coming through and affecting you. Okay? Did I? No. Nothing came out. Oh. The energy is gaining momentum. Confidence is your key to success. For those of you having this masculine issue, if you're having a masculine issue in your life, it's authority. It's an inner authority, not quite in the rebellious way where it's like, I want to be the authority. I want to kill the king to be the king. I need to be in power. This is more, my confidence isn't there and I just don't have it in me. That's what's being healed here. The energy is gaining momentum and confidence is your key to success. So just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it, men. But thoughtfully and balanced and all that jazz. Okay. Divine Feather. Divine Feather, please. Divine Feather. Ooh, Meadowlark. Here is your feather. Smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. I love it. I love it. The Meadowlark. So there's lots of reasons to smile, because I feel like if you're the feminine and you haven't gone through this yet, this sun meeting Venus retrograding in the sky, it's going to kick this off for you. So just listen to this, let it sit, resonate with it, and then you'll be able to sort of daydream and think about your life as you hear me talking about this, okay? You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. That is more, that confirms all of this, basically. Okay. Did we get everything everywhere? We did. Okay, my loves. Wow. Okay, this was fun. This was way fun. That concludes our tarot report for today. On to correspondence. My email address is thefirst.arteagan@gmail.com. So feel free to drop a note and say hello, or send me suggestions for the channel, or go ahead and comment below. Old business. I guess nothing. New business. Take a look at the June calendar. You will see that it is mainly focused for this channel on these daily readings. So yeah, basically every day these will have the tarot, the psychic, the astrology reports, the ADBs, and then all of the weekly readings are on Patreon. Like I said before, I will try to bring back the monthlies for, I was going to try for June, but I'm guessing July. We'll make July the new goal, and I would like that to mirror these the ADBs and be a little bit more in depth in terms of going over the astrology for the entire month for that sign, so on and so forth. So we'll see if that can happen in July, or if it will stay as this is for June. So if you like the weeklies, if you missed the weeklies, they're over on Patreon in the very first tier, and so are the Capricorn readings. And I just want to keep talking to you guys, but I don't have anything else to say, and I kind of only speak when I have something to say. So I guess this is it, my loves. I guess I'll adjourn this meeting and just end it by thanking you so much for your support and your good karma exchange. I consider it an honor to serve you, and it has been my honor. I've been grateful for this honor this entire year, every single day for that honor. So thank you for that. I can't thank you enough for your support, except to tell you that it means the world to me. So thank you once again. And until tomorrow, my loves, many, many blessings on your heads. Mwah.